Hello beautiful people, welcome and welcome back to my channel. It is your girl Choice, the one, the only.
She loyal, she cute, putting all that bullshit on mute. She free, she smart, in a body, a work of art.
And you made the right choice by clicking this video, so go ahead and make a better choice and click subscribe. You already know the vibes, okay? Oh yeah, by the way, got my green juice made from home. Alright, so boom, y'all know why we here. And if you did not know, if you're new here, I am a mother of two. And this time around, I made me a little list. I had to make a list of things that I actually used this time around, because last time, and by last time I mean with my first kid, I have two boys, by the way. Subscribe, join the fan bam and all that, you know what I'm saying? Let's get to know each other. My first boy is 4. He's about to be 5, and the first time around, you know, first time moms, we OD. We get everything that we think that we need and waste so much space. I mean, this list might seem a little lengthy. I'm not gonna hold you. The list seems lengthy, okay? But it's everything that I actually factually used, okay? So let's just jump right on in this thing. Let's get it started. And like this video if you guys want me to do a 6-month postpartum update. I got categories, okay? Let's start off with grooming. We're gonna start off with grooming because that's just like the basics, right? First thing, Pampers and wipes, of course, but we already knew that, so moving on. Booger picker. We got a booger picker and we got a booger suction. The one that I have is the Frida booger suction cleaner. That one works pretty good. And then there's a booger picker that I actually got from Dollar Tree. It's so cute. It's a booger. It's called the booger and ear picker. I don't know. I'm gonna show you guys everything on the screen. If I can find everything, I'm gonna put everything on the screen, okay? If I can't, I'll put a picture of what I actually got on the screen. The booger picker that I'm talking about, it actually has 2 sides on it. One side for the ear, one side for the nose. And it gets them like perfectly fine, and it comes in a little case. It's super cute. The next thing is a nail clipper. I know a lot of people get the whole grooming kit. A lot of people don't know, but those booger suction things that they give you in the hospital, those are disposable. I would say the longest you probably could use one of those is like a month if you cleaning it good. So I don't use those. Out of those grooming kits that you actually gonna use are probably just the nail clippers and the comb and brush. Honestly, those are the next things on my list. Comb and brush, literally. Another thing on this list would be waffle rags. The waffle rags are super soft, like they're thick but soft. They're like great for the skin. I like those for me too. The next thing I would have to say, a tub, and not really necessarily a tub. The one that I use is very popular. It's called Angel Care, and it's just a seat that has holes in it, and you could put it in the sink if it fits in your sink, if you have a big enough sink, or in the tub. It has holes in it and the water just runs through it. It dries super easy, super fast. It doesn't get like mildew and all of that stuff. It's so easy to use. Like we don't need anything getting all mildewy and all that. Like we don't need that. Please save it, because all those other tubs are gonna get like that. They get nasty. Even though you clean it after you use it, when you hang it up to dry, it doesn't necessarily dry. Like in combination with that, I would say like a pouring cup or a basin. The pouring cup that I have is the Frida pourer. I'm not sure what it is exactly called, but like I said, I'm going to show you guys. On one side it has holes, like it will pour it out like a shower, and then on the other side is just a basic pourer. I don't necessarily recommend that cup. You could get any pourer. You could use the Chinese cup, the cups from the Chinese restaurant, like those cups. They sell a pack of, I think, 5 of those big cups at Dollar Tree. Like you could just get a big cup, like plastic cup or a basin. Matter of fact, when you leave the hospital, you can take everything from the hospital. They have basins in the room, and the basin is basically the mini tubs like this, like that thing, or the cup of ice, the gray cup that they give you like ice or water in, that thing. You can literally use that. Like literally, it's big enough to like to just rinse your baby off. Basically, don't overcomplicate things, even if it's your first baby. Like, especially if it's your first baby, like don't overcomplicate things. The next thing that I would say in the grooming category would have to be Castile soap. Specifically Castile soap, because you can use that for everything. And when I say everything, I wash my baby's clothes with Castile soap. A couple of drops you can use in the bath water. A couple of drops you can use to wash your clothes, and you can like mix that with essential oils, vinegar, whatever, like, you know what I'm saying? But Castile soap, because it's gonna clean their clothes. It's gonna get that doo-doo out of everything, and it's gonna wash their body. The easiest Castile soap to find is probably gonna be the Dr. Bronner's one, but make sure it's the baby one. Baby soap. You can use other baby soaps, whatever, like to each their own, but this is the thing that I actually used and use a lot, because the Castile soap lasts so long because you only need a couple of drops. The next thing in the grooming category would be coconut oil. I use on his skin, his hair, natural. I don't have to worry about no extra added ingredients. It smells good, keeps him moisturized, keeps his hair moisturized. The last thing on the grooming is gonna be Mistela cleansing water. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, but it's very clean, doesn't have like a bunch of ingredients on it or whatever, but it's really good for baby acne. Like, babies get bumps on their face a lot, especially when they're teething. They start to get little rashes and stuff like that, and that cleansing water helps a lot to like get rid of those little bumps and stuff like that. So we're gonna move on into gear. And in the gear category is just basically items that you put on the baby. Don't mind my family in the background because they're very loud, but I'm still gonna do my video. Okay, first thing in the gear category is gonna be sleepers. A lot of sleepers. Okay, that's because the baby is gonna be sleeping a lot. That's one. If you need to run outside real quick, the baby is already in a full one piece. You ain't nothing like those one pieces. Okay, you don't always need the shirt and the pants. But if the shirt is not a onesie, you gotta put a onesie under the shirt, and then the pants, and when it's time to change the pamper, it's just a lot. Preferably the ones that have the two zippers, the ones that zip from the bottom up and the top down. Yeah, preferably those. Also, like the first 2 months, the nightgowns too, the long nightgowns. It's just like a sack. Next thing in the gear category is going to be hooded towels. Preferably hooded towels, because obviously you don't want your newborn's head out. Like, that's an obvious one, but I actually use this. That's why it's on my list. It belongs on the list of things that you need for the baby, but you're actually going to use it, so get it. Or put it on your registry, baby girl. Put it on the registry. Link the registry down below so everybody could go buy you something. Next thing on the list is going to be swaddlers and a swaddle bag. Let me tell you why. Swaddle bag. Same reason for like the onesies and all of that. You just put the baby in the swaddle bag, zip it up. Simple. Because with the swaddlers, you got to wrap them around and tuck it and all this. When they get out, you got to do it again. And not like swaddle bag, you zip it up. They're not getting out. They don't know how to unzip it. They're not getting out. They can move around all they want to, but they still confined. And a lot of people think that babies don't like that. They move around a lot because they don't like that. They still like it. Don't worry. They like it. They like being in your stomach. This is reminiscent of them being in your belly. They like it. It's just a simple fact of they're trying to get comfortable. They're moving around and get comfortable. They like it. Be quiet. I can't stand when people, oh, my baby don't like that. My baby, like, it wasn't your baby moving around in your stomach trying to get like comfortable. It's some, everybody move around a lot sometimes to get comfortable. It's great for newborns. Like the first few months, those swaddle bags are great. Obviously, once they get used to starting to play tummy time and all that, they gradually get out of that. But for the first couple of months, that swaddle bag is gonna be clutch. It's gonna help them sleep so well. And the swaddlers, those are basically like receiving blankets, but way bigger. So they're better than receiving blankets. Like, don't get the receiving blankets because they're too small. You can't wrap your baby up in them good. And especially if you're gonna be breastfeeding, it'll double as, which I breastfeed. I breastfed my first and I'm breastfeeding the second one. It doubles as like a breastfeeding cover. Like, you could just tuck it this, it's so big. Like, you could tuck it behind your back and like cover the, and you know, cover the whole baby to breastfeed when you're outside, and all of that is clutch. Next on the list is gonna be bibs, and not just regular bibs. Like, don't even bother getting mad bibs. The regular bibs you do get, make sure you get the bibs with the plastic backing. Like, just make sure the backing is plastic, because the point of the bib is to not wet the baby's clothes. But when you put cloth bibs on the baby, it just soaks through and the clothes still get wet. It's just an extra piece of clothing that you have to wash. Just get the thin plastic bibs, especially the one that has like a flap, because then it will, even if they excessively drool, it'll catch inside of there. You could take it off, rinse it off, wipe it down, put it back on. Simple. And also, like, I don't want to rant, but like, try not to make things feel like too much when you're doing it too. Like, just remember when you're doing things as a parent, like, oh, that's nothing, this is quick. Like, this is why I made this list for y'all, because I want it to be simple and easy and quick and fast and in a hurry. You know what I'm saying? So next thing is gonna be booties. A good 5 pair of booties, like in rotation, different colors that can match all of their clothes, like booties. Preferably booties that can tie. A lot of people think booties don't tie up. They have booties that tie up. They not wearing shoes. They need something on their feet. People be just putting 1 pair of socks. Like, double them socks up and put booties, or put socks and booties, like when you go outside. Other than that, free to feet. Like, free to feet. They don't need socks on all the time. Like, if you keep your house nice and cozy, you know what I'm saying? And what goes hand in hand with that, obviously, mittens. Mittens for in-house and outdoors. A lot of snowsuits come with the mittens, but a lot of them don't. So make sure you get mittens for outdoors. The next thing is snowsuit. And not necessarily snowsuit for when it snows, but like snowsuit coat. A thinner snowsuit as well. You need one for when it's brick. You need one to throw on to go to the store, like to throw on real quick when you went outside, like real quick. Like, you don't always need to get your baby dressed and da-da-da. Like, you don't need to always do that. If your baby got on that onesie, put that snowsuit on top. You know what I'm saying? So there's that. Next, we're gonna get into, let's do toys. Let's just fling past these toys real quick, because they don't need a bunch of toys. They don't even be wanting them toys for real. A lot of people think that like babies can't learn yet, but they're learning how to see, they're learning how to grab, like things like that. So I would say black and white toys. They have the black and white fabric kind of toys, and the ones that go like that for when they're very little and just are looking at things, like 1 month, 2 month. Black and white toys with pops of color, like things that they can grab on, obviously. And learning stuffies, like things that they can hear, basically like plush toys that have like the buttons that when they grab it, it presses the button and can speak to them, so they can learn to listen to the words. And it's also teaching them something at the same time, because normally it'll say things like, my name is whatever. A lot of them you could program it to say your kid's name, like my name is Enix, that's my son's name. So he would hear that over and over, or like, this is yellow, or da-da-da-da, like the colors and stuff. And some people think that those type of things don't do anything, but like literally kids learn so fast. So those type of toys are really good for babies to have. And also puzzle type toys as well. As soon as they can sit up, give them toys to play with, like those puzzle type toys. The box of buying your kid age appropriate toys, like toys that are labeled for this age, that age, like as long as the toy is not a choking hazard for the baby, we can just move on from toys, as long as it's not a choking hazard. Okay, so moving on, this category is going to be like extra necessities. First thing on the extra necessities list is going to be a folding changing pad. A lot of people don't think they need this or don't think to have it. Like I'm not sure why, but a folding changing pad is very necessary. Like one that you could just pop, fold up and put it in the bag. Very flat, very like demure, very like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of times in public, even though they're supposed to, they don't be having those disposable ones. Like you could have those too. Like they have the disposable ones that you could buy, throw them out and all that. But if you already have the foldable one that you could just clean it after and whatever, perfect. I always like to have two. I have three. It's good to have two. One to keep in your bag and one to keep at home. Like even if you have a changing table, because I have a changing table and I always open up the changing pad on top of the changing table, because the changing pad wasn't cleanable. Like you couldn't take off the thing and clean it. Like a lot of stuff is done like that, because for babies everything should be cleanable. Like not understanding that. If you're breastfeeding, the next thing on the list, I would say breast pads. I'm not sure how much milk you're gonna be having, but sometimes it get a little leaky, you know what I'm saying? It be some leakage happening, so you might need them breast pads. Okay, I have the disposable ones because you might get that from the hospital, and if you don't, ask them for it. Ask them for everything. Pick apart this list and ask them for everything. If they don't give you nothing, be like, oh wait, well, what was it that you guys were supposed to be giving me before I left that I'm paying for? That's on my bill. Yeah, run that. Okay, like I said, I had the disposable ones that the hospital gave me, but I also bought the reusable ones. I didn't necessarily need to. Like I honestly only used one pair, which is two. I have a bunch left that I never use. I do be leaking, but I don't wear bras enough. Like I be just straight leaking on my shoulder. Like I only wear bras when I need to. When I'm in the house, I don't like to wear bras, because when it's time to breastfeed, it's just like too much for me. Like I like to make everything simple and plain and easy, like you guys already know. Another thing, nursing bras. The ones that I really like are the ones that I have for my first son, which were from Target. They are pricey, but you don't have to get them from there. They have them in other places, but the style that I had from Target was A1. Okay, A1. You could get you a good 3-pack and you'll be good. You'll be good. You put those in rotation, you know what I'm saying? You'll be good. Next thing you're gonna need is a tub of A&D. Just get the tub, like the real big joint. Just get that one. If this is your first kid and you want to have more, just get the big one. Even if it's not, like you're gonna use that A&D for yourself and everybody else in the household too. Like just get the big tub. It's worth the $20-something. The tube is not enough, and it's like the tub is just worth it, and it's great quality. Like the quality is much better in the tub. Like trust and believe me, the tub of A&D. And this pregnancy pillow right here, I know it's a pregnancy pillow, but I obviously still have it, and it's a big old pillow. Like it's not something that you just like throw away after. Like it was very comfortable, so I was still using it for me while my baby was sleeping in the bassinet. But as time went on, like he started to sleep in the bed sometimes, and it's just great to just put him in the middle of it and use it as a border, or to just feel like you're next to them, you know what I'm saying? But definitely be next to them, be close by. You can't just be leaving the baby next to a big old pillow. But I'm just telling y'all what I like to use, what I do, okay? And also, well, now that he's bigger, he still loves the pillow, but I prop him up on it, like he chills on it. Please don't mind the music in the background, my family. The pillow that I used for my first son, that one was pretty good too, but only for like newborns. If your baby gets big fast, which you're not gonna know if that's gonna happen or not, like I wouldn't recommend the very popular pillow that the babies get. But I had this one for my first son, but now I have this one for this son, and he was sitting up so fast, so he didn't really need that. And even still, like if I prop him up on that, like he could sit up by himself. Like he could If he's propped up, not from laying down, he can't sit up from laying down by himself unless he like rolls to the side first, and then he'll like pick himself up. Like he could low-key do it, but that's a struggle for him. Like but laying back on this, he could lift himself up like no problem, like a straight sit up. Anyways, this pillow, bro. But if you don't get something like this, the other pillow will work too for like if they're just lounging around and stuff like that. And then the last thing in this extras category would be a floor pad, like a floor mat. I have this foldable one that came with the extra large pack and play. It's like a large play yard, a double size one. So a mat came with it, and it's so big. It's like so big, you could just unfold it and put it out. It's great for tummy time. It's easy to clean, because one thing you don't want is your baby on the actual floor. A lot of people don't put mats down for their kids. They just put them on their rug or something like that. Like, rugs are super dirty and they have super germs and they have super dust. Like for babies, like that's crazy. Like, put something down for your baby. Even if it's a blanket, like, okay, cool, but like put a blanket and then their blanket. I don't know. To each their own anyway, but this is just how I like to do things. So now we're up to the last category. I know this is a lengthy video, but trust me, if you pregnant, first time mom, and you about to have your baby, you need this list. Nah. You need this list. Last category, y'all. Gadgets. First on the list, a mini washing machine. A mini washing machine. Especially for me, I live in New York and I have another kid, so to go to the laundromat all the time is too much. And if you like, or to hand wash things all the time after they doodle on everything. So yeah, to do it at home, it's great. They have the real mini ones that could fit like your baby's clothes, maybe like every 3 days worth of clothes, you know what I'm saying? Next is gonna be my Duna.
Oh my god, my Shayla.
My Duna stroller, okay, y'all? Like, listen, it's the same one from the first baby. I'm using it again. Very tea, okay? Like, everything good that you heard about it, believe it. Like, believe it, okay? And then I'm gonna have to add on the accessories too, the Duna bag, the front and the back bag. Like, obviously you need some type of storage because it's a car seat on wheels. Next, a bouncer, and the bouncer that I use is the baby Bichon one. I think it's Bichon, I don't know. It doesn't rock by itself, but when the baby kicks and stuff, it rocks, and this fabric is so easy to clean. No stains. It does not stain. It doesn't stain, and neither does the next one. The rocker swing that I use for him all the time does not stain. You could zip it off and zip it on. If you got a big baby like mine, he broke it very fast, but he still could lounge in it. After a few weeks, like he just started gaining weight, and it only holds I think 20 or 25 pounds. And once he passed that limit, it literally it literally stops, because it's a swingable one. It swings by itself. You could literally program it to rock the baby how you rock the baby. Like, it's fire. But he broke it fast. Anyways, it still was great for the time being, and he still lounges in it, so it's cool. But oh yeah, and the rocker swing is the Fur Moms one, like literally the number 4 and the word moms. Next, breast pump. I don't care which one you get the one from the insurance. Get the free one. If you got insurance, get that one. Or if you don't, like, just get the one that the hospital give you. You know what I'm saying? The hospital will give you one. Ask them. Ask the hospital for one. See which one they give you. Even if it's a hand pump, get that one, because people be overdoing it, making it seem like breastfeeding is so hard. And so, like, just do it. Stop complaining and just do it. You know what I'm saying? Next, I would say a mini fan or a neck fan, like, especially if you breastfeeding. My babies was 2 hot babies, sweaty babies, like, especially while I'm breastfeeding, like, head start sweating bullets. Like, I don't know, maybe it takes a lot out of them to feed themselves, like, just suck the milk out. But a cute little fan, cute little 1-2 for them. And then lastly, a humidifier. definitely use that every single night. You want to give them the best quality air. I use a humidifier and I use a air purifier as well, but we already had the air purifier. We got the humidifier specifically because of the baby. So y'all, that was the last thing on my list, and my camera died again because I ain't let it charge all the way. I hope you guys enjoyed my lengthy list of things that I actually used so far with baby number 2. Comment down below if this helped you out. Let me know. Like this video, comment, send it to a friend, send it to your pregnant friend, subscribe, join the fam bam, and all that good stuff. See you guys in my next